So the whole idea of this YouTube channel has been to prove what's going on with this mind control and everything else like that. And I've been using Alex Jones' show, right, to not only timestamp emails and feed him information in order for him to help me prove all of this, but there's a lot of things on this channel that sheds light on everything that you're not being told. Here in America, of course, it's all being censored, so you're not getting an opportunity to see it. So basically all of this is just legalese is what it is, because they got technology here that's trying to turn me into some sort of an assassin or something. It's cybernetics technology. It's all in the YouTube channel, right? Of course, it doesn't work on me like it does all these other people that run around doing stupid stuff, because I had some other technology prior to this technology showing up that counters it, I'm pretty sure. I mean, plus I'm just born pretty tough guy. I'm not going to let it get the best of me, right? But what this video's, the video is to explain what happened when I went to Alex Jones' set the other day to a studio, because I knew he'd been getting the information, and through his show and pitches and catches, he had told me to come by, sorta, right? I mean, you got to understand what a pitch and catch is. Well, when I show up, I just walk up to the front door, and there was a guy coming in at the same time. Of course, I got the little scan card, right? And I said, "Is this Alex Jones' studio?" I was dressed up nice. I looked, a lot more respectable than I do in these videos. I'm just, there's a reason that there's some rhyme to the madness here, okay? But so I show up, and this kid's out front, and he's under mind control, okay? That was what I wanted to prove. And I said, "Is this Alex Jones' studio?" And he said, "Yeah, it depends." That's what exact words. "I'll take a polygraph on everything I'm about to tell you. Everything I'm about to say, I'll take a polygraph on it, okay? I'm not lying about any of this. I'm going to give it to you verbatim." And he says, I said, "Well, I got a meeting with him." And he said, "Okay, well, come on in." So we go in, and the first thing I did is find the security, and I went straight up to security, and I said, "Hey, I'm here to see Alex Jones." And he said, "How did you get in here?" I said, "There was a guy at the door. He let me in." He said, "Okay." Well, he went and talked to a lady, and I could hear her in the back like, "Ah, ah, ah, ah." She must have been the boss or something like that. Obviously, she was the one in charge there, because she didn't like the fact that I just walked in there, right? Well, the guard comes back to me and says, I'm going to put you in the green room, which is right adjacent to Alex's set, right? And I had a pocket knife on me, but I didn't I didn't even think about that, to be honest with you, till later. But this all worked out to perfection. I helped the security find the flaws in their security system. So I'm sitting in the green room, and the guard finally comes back, and he says, "Hey, look, I'm going to take you over here." And he just walks me out of the building. He said, "Look, we're going to call you in 20 minutes. I said, "Okay." So I left, and I didn't get a phone call 20 minutes later, all right? It's like, all right. So I sent him an email, and I said, "Look, I'm going to come back around whenever, at some point, and it was like immediately after the email, but I don't think they got the email. I'm almost convinced of that. But I told him, I said, if you're worried about me or anything, because people want to hurt them, right? And I'm not one of them. I've been working with them in ways that nobody realizes. Well, I come around the back in the truck, and the two guards are outside, and I said, "Look, there was a black Apache helicopter right above us." It was, I swear to God, okay, it was a black Apache, love bug on my right eye. There was a black Apache helicopter up there in the sky, and he said, "Hey, could you just get out of the truck? We want to pat you down and everything." I said, yeah, I'll get out. I mean, I want you to pat me down so you can relax. I'm not here." I gave him my driver's license. He asked for it. I gave him my driver's license, and everything was going great. We were talking, and they had a little chat with me, and then the senior, the head of the security, I guess is who that is, shows up. And he says, you know what you did today, man? It's going to cause some people some problems. That kid at the front door is probably going to get fired. And I'm sitting there thinking, dude, y'all are all under mind control. I was just trying to prove that for you. Don't fire the kid. Your guard led me to the guy in charge, other than the guy that sits at the desk, the big guy in charge, your primo security guard, led me into the green room with a knife in my pocket. So it was a Chinese fire drill is what it was. I was just checking y'all's pulse, partners up there at InfoWars. I did you a favor. But what's really funny is there's some things happened after that I won't get into. Because I was really trying to get Alex to call me because he's a little bitch. He never calls me for some reason. He probably doesn't. He's probably scared the NSA is going to listen to our phone call or something. It's like, so what? We ain't doing anything illegal. There's something wrong with this country, man. Everybody's out of their freaking minds. Well, I had given my phone number to, or some phone numbers to them before. I said, if you don't hear from me for a little while, call me, because something probably happened to me, because I'm under attack. I mean, this is giving me heart attacks, and I've had a stroke ever since this technology showed up here and everything. And this information that I've been feeding Alex could be hazardous to my health, right? So I was putting in some checks and balances, some leverage there in case something ever happens. They would know that it happened, right? So I gave a friend of mine her phone number. I gave Alex her phone number, and I said, this is my mom's number. If you ever need to if you don't hear from me, call this number and make sure I'm still alive, right? And of course, in that, if it would have been something serious, the person that you called would have been a little nicer than she was. I had her coached up. So so the security guards, they were a little mad about something I did after that, and just because it pissed me off that they didn't call me. He calls this number that supposedly is my mom, and he said that he thinks I'm mentally ill. Well, hey, Mr. Security Guard, I just want to ask you one thing. How does it feel to let a mentally ill retard into your studio and lead him right to the green room? Maybe you're the one that's mentally ill.